I can't wait to see you smile again. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. What is it, Wednesday? We down here. We talking about nothing. I didn't watch anything last night. Just, on the news a little bit. Trying to get my coffee together. Come on, y'all. You know you did that wide ass turn is too fucking wide. You know it's too fucking wide. God damn. No, it's too goddamn wide to make that damn turn. I gotta move all the way over into the bushes so you can get your car. You need to get another car. Yes, girl, don't leave me. Don't leave me. What's up, y'all? I'm already cussing people out. It's too early to be cussing people out, huh? Girl, I learned my lesson. So what's going on, y'all? I'm trying to get my coffee together. I was trying to hold it. Then, girl, it's a mess. So what's going on, y'all? We down here listening to little Tevin Campbell. That's my song. That's my favorite Tevin Campbell song, produced by Kyle West and Al B. Shore. That's on the what's it called album? The Tevin Campbell album. Tevin. You know, with the big T, with the big metal T on there. Who was talking about Tevin Campbell the other day? Was that Jaguar, right? Talking about somebody with that talent. How did it just go? Like, what happened to Tevin Campbell? How did he end up where he ended up? You know what I'm saying? I think that was Jaguar Wright. I've been watching, we don't have nothing to talk about down here. I've been watching Jaguar Wright's clips and stuff. I really want her to just start her own channel. At this point, you can start your own channel. Because a lot of her, I'm not mad at nothing she says. I don't think it's going to change how people feel about the people she's talking about, to be honest. I'm just being honest. I don't think it's going to change how people feel about the people that she's talking about. I don't think anybody's going to change the way they feel about Erykah Badu or Jill Scott. I don't think that it's going to change about what people feel about the Roots. I mean, she's giving me confirmation about Talib Kweli. She has a lot of things to say, and she's saying the same thing over and over again on different platforms, but apparently she says she's traveling or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of what she's saying is really poetic, and one thing, and then also a lot of it is she's on like a soapbox. You understand what I'm saying? And she's saying, and I don't mean a soapbox like when we say we on our soapbox, when we just like in our bag, right? That's what it really means. But I feel like she is on a soapbox, and I don't feel like it's conducive for interviewing styles, because she just wants to talk, and she wants to get everything out. I think she should do more lives if that's the case, because I think she just wants to talk, and the interview styles don't make sense because people really want to interview her, and she's not allowing herself to be interviewed because she's on a soapbox. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And I believe everything she's saying. I believe that people are trying to contact her to get her to stop talking. I believe what she's saying. I'm not looking at no time do I be looking at Jaguar Wright be like, girl, shut up. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Now, I did have some secondhand embarrassment on some of the interviews, just because it was like she was ignoring the people there who really wanted to talk to her and ask her questions. And so it was kind of weird, to me, the interviewing, because she's on her soapbox, and that's just what it is. But I believe every single word she's saying. I do. I believe every single word. And FYI, Talib Kweli is still harassing that girl. And agreeing with people who say that she will have to deal with me for the rest of my life. Somebody made a comment, and he agreed with the comment. That's a dangerous person, and especially because she didn't even say anything to him directly about him. We're just talking about how black men, their majority of their wives are dark skinned. This was what this girl was talking about. And then they said, well, name all the rappers married to black women. They named a slew of rappers. Then she's like, okay, so what do they look like? And it's like, are they light skinned? And so he got mad about that. And it's been going on, like, mad about that. Not saying that, not accusing him of like sexual assault. None of that. Just mad. Like I said, I don't know what doctor prescribed him what dosage of Adderall, but that nigga is I've never seen this. I've never seen such a focused attack on somebody, and for it to be going on for a month and a half, something is not right with Talib Kweli. But the fact that no one is saying anything to him, on top of Jaguar Wright coming out talking about these people, you can understand why we're not saying anything. We're not saying anything. We've seen things on our journey. We've witnessed things. We've made bad decisions or poor decisions. And this is what the truth is. And like she said on one interview I saw, she was like, I'm telling not saying that she's telling the truth, but people know that what's going on. People understand when people confirm what she's saying, like, yes, that happened. People know, and I'm not keeping nobody's secrets for them. If I start talking about my experiences and you was a player in that, then I'm not exposing anybody. I'm talking about my experiences in whatever, in hip hop, in whatever, in life, whatever. That's how I feel about it. And the fact that nobody has said anything to Talib Kweli, like, leave that lady alone. Nobody has said anything. EQ hasn't said anything. He's a grown-ass man. I can't tell him what to do. No, you cannot tell him what to do. No, you cannot tell him what to do. But there needs to be something publicly said about this man harassing this woman just because he said that they with light-skinned women. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And so I believe everything Jaguar Wright's saying about Common, about people in the Roots, about everything. About everything, about Jimmy Kimmel. I believe it. I believe he was rude at somebody's, what's it, David Nichols. I believe that he was rude at that man's funeral. I believe it. I believe when she came out, she saw white powder on his nose. I believe it. I believe it. And let me tell you something, and it might sound judgmental, but the more money you have, the less your morals, the less morals that you have. Whatever you feel like is right, whatever your values are, your values change, right? When the money increases, what things that you value change. Things that you honor and respect change. Your morals change. Things you believe is right or wrong, that changes. It just does. And that's what it is. That's all I have to say about that. Shout out to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion for that WAP went number one. Number one on Billboard Hot 100. First rap duo, female rap duo to do it. All right. Fourth is Cardi B's fourth number one. 93 million streams, most of any track ever in the first week. And number one with downloads, 125,000 downloads. So shout out to them. We love to see it. It is a cultural, I guess we could call it a cultural explosion, because, there's words and murmurs around going on about, the feminine, like, a lot of people do not like this song and a lot of people love this song. And a lot of people love that people hate this song. And a lot of people love that Professor Griff spent an hour and a half talking about this. Like, they don't know how to act. People don't, and I love that people are so bothered by it. I'm here for it. I love it. I love every minute of it. They're making history. Whether that's not, people, it's not real hip hop. Like, shut the fuck up. Just because you don't like the content doesn't mean it's not real. Y'all is just looking for a way to disparage or discredit or just dismiss. I don't care if you didn't like the bars. I don't care. The bars from half of these nasty ass songs don't be making no damn sense. You looking for bars, girl, from Cardi B? Is that no? From Meg? That's why Meg came through on the track. That's why she came through on the track. You understand what I'm saying? To me, she wrote that beat. Sorry, she did. Yes, I'm sorry. And that song used to go. It used to go with honey when Rodney was talking about it. I holler when he said, "I'm gonna be out there where there's some holes in this house. I'm gonna be right in the middle and all the girls dancing. There's some holes in this house." I know that's right. I love it. I love it. Did I turn it off? I guess I did turn it off. Make that pull-out game weak. Sorry. Shout out to the girls who went #1 in the streams and making history. I love it. I love every minute of it. I love it. And I love that everybody is talking about it. Whether you love it or hate it. Whatever you're doing, listen to this. Whatever you're doing, whether you like it or not, you're playing it, so it's streaming. If you're playing it to critique it, it's streaming. If you're playing it to hate it, it's streaming. It's hot. It's hot already. I don't even know why I'm drinking coffee. What time is it? It's 73 degrees. It's supposed to be 105 degrees today. That is so disrespectful. It's going to finally start coming down this weekend. It is so disrespectful. Y'all, so last night, and like early in the evening, this report, somebody tagged me in it, and then, yeah, somebody tagged me in it. And Tim Norman from Cutie Pies, Miss Robbie's son, it came out that he was arrested for a conspiracy of an alleged murder for hire of his nephew. Him and this woman, Terica Ellis, conspired to kill his nephew for a life insurance policy of $450,000. $450,000. I was so disgusted. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't watch Cutie Pies, probably the first season, but shout out, I've been to Cutie Pies in St. Louis, and it was good to me. I've been to the St. Louis one. Heard that's not, I mean, is that not the one that the people go to? I don't remember what, it was like on a corner. It was like on a corner. That's the one that I went to, Cutie Pies. And, that's my extent of knowing that what's going on with them people and stuff like that. I didn't know until I was reading last night that that's Robbie's grandson to a son that has died. So you killed your brother's child. Like, yeah, you killed your brother's child, but your brother is dead too. Like, girl, what? When I saw that, I was like, what the hell? And then I looked, I said, ain't that the nigga with the hips that Jennifer was running away from? And nobody believed her? Nobody believed her? Isn't that the man? Yes, it is. She running to court because he's stalking her and different things like that. He could have had her killed. You hiring people to kill your family? Your family. And then people are showing clips. Like, I don't pay attention to nothing about Sweetie Pies. Nothing. I know Miss Robbie. I know her history. I know who she is. I know enough of that. But I never watched the show. It's not my thing. Not something that I wanted to watch. But I always heard like people talking about Tim and how silly he was, stupid decisions that he would make and stuff like that. And then Jennifer wound up with him. I don't know how you wound up with a nigga like that, but Jennifer be trying to get to the money. I don't know why, but when you, like I said, when you try to get to the money, those people don't tend to think things are what you think is wrong. They don't think it's wrong. What you think is right, they don't think it's right. They don't. the values and the morals, they start slowly going away. And when you always trying to chase money, you might come across niggas who ain't shit. Because I'm not to get on Jennifer, but the last nigga that stole her car, remember that scam artist? You trying to get to the money so bad, you getting to next to niggas who are of questionable character. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. But nobody was. Oh, they thought Jennifer. Now Jennifer, we know that she's not really good at, with the truth. She doesn't really know how to handle the truth. She doesn't know how to handle it. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't, she doesn't have a good relationship with the truth. However, she told you that this man was stalking her. She told you that this man wouldn't leave her alone. And everybody thought that Jennifer was not telling the truth. Not telling the truth. And here he is hiring exotic dancers. Who did she do it? Like, who did the shooting? Did they drive by? I don't know. What, I guess it's more to come, developing on the story. But I said last night on Twitter, I hope every time Tim Norman closes his eyes and lays his head down, he hears his nephew whispering in his ear. I hope he never gets an ounce of sleep. But they showed the reunion. Miss Robbie, I saw a clip. Miss Robbie was crying, and this man sitting there like, oh, this is terrible. Everybody done died on this street. And then it's like, you set it up so he can die on the same street. Is that a major street in St. Louis or something? Because I'm not familiar. But all these people in your family have died on the same street, and you have your nephew killed on the same street. Like, I'm so disgusted. I was so disgusted last night. Because at first I was like, that's the nigga with the hips, right? Yep. Tim Norman. And his mugshot, he's smiling. Like a full-on, like, smile. He tried to cash the, he was going to cash, he hadn't cashed in the life insurance policy. You took out a life insurance policy on your nephew, realized that he was in some shit, and then had him killed. So people did believe that, he was set up. Yeah, he was, by his uncle. Ooh, girl. They lucky the cops picked him up, because I'm sure if they found out he did it, he would have been dead. He would have been dead. And he was messing with Jennifer. What was Jennifer saying that he did to her? Hold on. I know that she said he was stalking her something. Hold on. Tim Norman, right? Tim Norman charged with conspiracy to kill nephew. This is from Bossip. This says, this was in 2017. Jennifer Williams reveals she's terrified of ex Tim Norman. I feel like I'm in a Lifetime movie. I have not been with him for 3 months. He's been blocked on both phones, all of social media. I moved on with another relationship, and I'm living my life in LA. At one point, he did have a set of keys to my place, so I was like, did he get a copy of my key made? Is he going to go in my house? I turned around. I see him parked by the side of the road. He followed me, so I dipped off and went to a friend's house. Williams says because Norman has a criminal history, she was concerned for her safety and decided to stay with her friend rather than take any chances. He's a convicted felon. I know he has guns, so I decided to file a report Monday. Williams says she wanted for her friend to get off work to accompany her to the local police station. While she was in the police station filing the incident report, she was told Norman had left the station 45 minutes before. Williams says she had no idea what he could possibly be doing in the station since they had not been in contact for 3 months. He says I followed him. What? He says I followed him home, but to my knowledge, he doesn't live here. This is a real live one. Let's run the tape back. When I was on Basketball Wives, Eric threw a drink in my face. I did nothing. When I've ever been known to be violent. That's crazy. Fans of Sweetie Pies will likely recall Norman had a legal dispute with his own mother, Miss Robbie, but Williams says she recalls Norman getting in trouble in the past for putting his hands on employees. He's crazy. That's just it. And there's just some people who are just, you need to be, what do you do with somebody like that? Prison abolitionists. What do you do with somebody like that? You're dangerous. You're dangerous. So what do? Put him in a mental institution to figure out why he's dangerous? Like, what do you do with somebody like that? Who's not doing the killing, but hiring somebody to do it? Like, and then taking out insurance policies. And then it's your quote unquote family member, your nephew. Like, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. I was so disgusted last night. I started thinking about it like, did you? And then when I started seeing clips of him, what the hell? I started seeing clips of him, and he looked like he was fine. He looked fine. He didn't look like nothing was wrong. Oh, yeah. And then, y'all, listen to this.
She's taught me how to be.
Listen to this.
Grandmother. Though I've never met her. She's taught me how to be.
Though I never met her.
A mother. Just in the stories that he tells me about his grandmother. And like I said, coming into our relationship, Tiny, I was a mess. And I was a handful.
That's right. That's all right. She was too.
And I could still be that, right? But my husband loves me with the patience of a grandmother. And I don't make any decisions without my husband saying, that's the way we're going to go. That's the way we're not going to go. And it's not no authoritative thing. I just, as his wife, I feel better. So I understand when the wife wants that husband to say, hey, baby, we got this.
That's
because
right.
if my husband doesn't approve it, I don't feel good about it. Remember the scene in Soul Food, the movie, right?
Which one?
The movie with Vanessa Williams and all of them. And the mother was sitting at the table. And this is where I think for us as black women, because I've said this on stage, and every time I say it, I feel the breath go out the room. When I say I had to learn my place as a black man's wife, right?
Let me pause. If you have to learn your place anywhere with a nigga, the place should be far, far the fuck away. Do you hear me? If any nigga ever tells you you need to know your place, or you believe you need to know your place, the place is far away from that man. We need to know our place. See, Monique used to be one of my favorite comedians, and because she was raw, she talked cash money shit, her mouth was filthy. I loved every minute about Monique, honey. And then here comes this broke down po pimp, Sydney. You ain't never met his grandmother, yet he's taught you his grandmother's ways and the patience of his grandmother. You don't know what he's telling you, girl, is the truth. The fuck is wrong with Monique? But she's one of the older generations. And let me tell you something. I'm going to let her finish talking. But this knowing your place stuff, see, that's why the stuff, that's not for me. I'm just one of those humans it's just not my thing. I can't even verbalize it. Saying out your mouth, I needed to know my place. Oh my God. That's the kind, like, that is when the respect for you as a woman goes out the window as a human being. I don't respect nothing like that.
And this is the part that was challenging for me, because we're going to do this. But when that woman sat at that table and she said, I trusted your father, even when he didn't make the right decisions, I had to let him make those decisions. And what happens with us oftentimes is we're married to king.
This man right here in this car right here is playing WAP. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. This man, I don't know if it's a woman. It's a woman parked in this car right here. She just got out the car, but she's just playing WAP. I just want to let you know, it's streaming. It's number one.
But then we want to be the king. And when we read the first...
We want to be the queen. No, we will be the queens. You see this? This is what queens, this is the type of queen, the queendom that I embody. Off with his motherfucking head. Ain't no, oh, stand in line, you know your place ass queen. No, nigga. Off with his head. Send him to the guillotine. That's it. Period. These niggas. Chop his dick off while you at it.
And tell stories. There were not two kings. The king and the queen can have a conversation, but the king had to come up with the final decision.
And then it's so sad
village,
because when your religion teaches you that a man is the head of stuff, and you look at old civilizations and you look at their religion and you look at their spiritual practices and you come to the understanding that the woman was worshipped, all of a sudden here comes Jesus, and now here's a man that you need to worship. Here's a man that you have to believe is the key to your salvation. Here's a man that you get down on your knees and pray to. Here's a man, not only is he a man, but he's white, girl. If you ain't talking about the conditioning and the mind fuck of a race of people, to believe the reason why Monique's career is where it is because a man is leading her. That's why. And she looks to a man to answer the questions about her. Listen to this.
Run his castle. Now, I know that's hard for a lot of us to comprehend. But when I realized...
Girl, I don't get it.
That I was married to a king. Now, there's some decisions. There's some things. It's some shit I'd be like, nah, daddy, because... And he'd be like, mama.
Daddy.
Okay, but not right now. Or, that's not the way it needs to play out right now.
Or... If you feel adamant about it, give it a shot. If you feel adamant about, I'm gonna lend my support, but I'm just giving you.
Let me go ahead. Oh, it's 6 seconds. I'm gonna let Sydney finish talking.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, at the end of the day, we gonna ride.
Sorry?
Okay, shut up, Sydney. You ain't talking about shit. You done ruined that woman's career. You fucking cow. Anyways, let me tell you something about Sydney and Monique. Monique is an older diva. She has a different way of thinking, and that's her way of thinking. That is her way of thinking. She's an older woman, and that's it. That kind of thinking is not conducive. No, I don't comprehend it. And you're looking at him to make decisions, and clearly you're looking to him to make decisions about your career. He clearly, who else does Sydney manage? Who else does Sydney Hicks manage? I would like to know. And I would like to know how their career is going. Is it going like yours? Are you his manager? She has a lawsuit. The judge didn't throw out the lawsuit with Netflix, so we're going to see how that's going to turn out. But all it's going to do is set a precedent that if you don't give me what I think I deserve, if I feel like you are, here's evidence, if I feel like you are being racially biased and gender biased towards me because here's the evidence, then that's what people are going to start doing. You didn't hire me, not based on my skill and my resume, but you didn't hire me because I'm black and I'm a woman. I feel like I need to sue you. I'm going to sue you. If I feel you didn't give me what I wanted, I'm going to sue you. And I'm going to just say this. Calling a nigga daddy outside, like, first of all, inside the bedroom, it's incestuous as fuck. I don't know how you can feel like a man when you're sticking your penis in a person calling you daddy. That's incestuous. I don't give a fuck how you line it up. It's your kink or whatever the fuck it is. Okay? And for a man to feel some type of empowerment from sticking his penis in somebody calling him daddy, That's sick. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't care. I've never understood it. I've always attributed to maybe because I had my dad in my life. I thought it was fucking gross to be calling a nigga putting his dick in me daddy. Zaddy, whatever the fuck, the shit is disgusting to me. I've never, that's not been my thing. I've never called a nigga daddy in the bedroom. Oh my God, it's so fucking gross to me. If that's your kink, that's what it is. I guess you have your kink is a little bit incestuous or whatever, a little incest. You like a little incest in your kink, but I don't like it. And then to call him daddy in a public space, in an open forum, outside of the bedroom, like in the bedroom it's already gross, but outside of the bedroom, in public, daddy, that's disgusting. It's and it makes me feel like you a weak bitch. That's just what I'm just gonna say it. I know y'all probably like, oh Erica, you getting on Monique. Yeah, it makes me feel like you a weak bitch. You calling a nigga daddy and telling, and then admitting or saying. And what are you doing by saying I had to know my place? Is that to pump him up, to make him feel better? Like, who says stuff like that? Who says stuff like that? I needed to know my place? Bitch, who the fuck? Who are you in this relationship? Who are you in this relationship? Because you sound like a mattress and a mule. That's what you sound like. And you ain't, and I could see, let me tell you something. I could even see if she was calling him daddy and she was on the top of the charts and had a $500 million deal with Netflix. Hell yeah, I might call a nigga daddy. I might call him daddy. If you got my career going through the sky, if you doing all this for me, but you ain't doing nothing but tearing that black lady down up there looking a mess with these grandma moo shirts on. She don't look nothing close to like Angela Bassett or even man, I done started choking talking about Monique. That makes it's so gross to me. It is so gross to me. I want to see how old Monique is. Monique Hicks. Monique. She's 52 years old. So yeah, that's bad. She an old Gen Xer. She's an older Gen Xer. Them Gen Xers born in the 60s. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but y'all still carry on some shit from your baby boomer parents, and the way that they operated and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Them older Gen Xers. Like even when I was thinking about Lauryn Hill, she's a Gen Xer, but I don't think she had a chance to unlearn some of the stuff that she learned from her parents and grandparents and on how to parent children. So she had the kids too young to unlearn some of that stuff. Because I don't think it's too many Gen Xers like in my age group and down that are raising their kids the same way they were raised or the way that their grandparents raised their parents. I don't think there's too many. I think a lot of us have unlearned a lot of that, the way that we discipline, the way that we, all of that, the way that we rear children is just very different. Them older Gen Xers at the end of the 60s, at the end of the 60s, 67, well, she was born in 67, 68, 69. I think that's Gen X. No, shout out to y'all, but that mentality, I can't get with it. I used to love me some Monique. And I think that's why I be so passionate about in the critiques that I have of her, because I used to have respect for her. I used to love the fact that her ass was black, fat, up on stage, cussing, potty mouth, talking about sex, fucking. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then here comes this fucking Sydney with his lip gloss on, looking a fucking mess. And changing her. Man, Whoopi Goldberg told her, girl, it's your husband. It's really not you. You have the talent, bitch. But nobody wants to be sitting across from a nigga talking that black exploitation shit. sister and brother and ooh, sister and all that patronizing shit. Don't nobody want to hear that. No, don't nobody want to sit across from somebody feeling like they're being scammed. That's what it is. And that's what Sydney Hicks brings to the table. Look at Monique's career. I'm sorry. It is because of her husband, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You need to get rid of that man. Look at Wendy Williams. Look at Mary J. Blige. Get rid of the nigga. Now, I have to give it to Wendy Williams. Kevin and Wendy Williams, they built something. Okay, even though he did block people from coming to her show and stuff like that, stuff that she didn't even know about and stuff like that. But Kevin and Wendy, they built that shit. Now, I have to give that out now. But Sydney, he ain't building shit. He ain't building shit, but putting you in moo-moos, you in an open relationship, he's in an open relationship, you not. You not in no open relationship, Monique. He is. Monique and Sydney's open relationship. Girl, I'm out of here, y'all. That's all I got to say. Somebody sent me that clip and tagged me in it. And it's because you leaning on your cane for decisions about your life. That's why your career is in the motherfucking toilet. It's in the toilet, Monique. It's in the toilet. People go and support you because they feel sorry for you. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all feel sorry. That's why y'all go see Monique. Because then she gets up on stage and she ain't talking about a goddamn thing. But then you expect somebody to pay you some money and just because you won an award. Look at Halle Berry's career after she won her award. That Oscar don't mean a motherfucking thing but say you did great in this work. You did great in this piece of work. Here it is. This piece of work you did great in. Here's an award for your work. Yes, you got all of these awards for basically acting like your mother. We're just going to say it. And now you expect to get Amy Schumer money. You expect to get Dave Chappelle money. You expect to get Chris Rock money. You haven't been on the circuit. Comedians, we ain't seen Monique. Dave Chappelle will still pop up. Well, before all of this shit going on, will still pop up at a comedy store. Will still pop up at a laugh factory. Will still pop up. Will still be on the circuit, honing in on their craft, sharpening their skills. And no, you want to bust out of this basement and your dusty ass with all your dusty ass awards, and your dusty ass curio cabinet with all them goddamn awards in it, and expect for somebody to give you $500,000. And look, and if y'all go back at my videos, I've been saying Monique really fucked up that Netflix deal. First of all, by letting everybody know that it was this confidential agreement. That's fine. It was going to help her case. If she want to do that, that's fine. But to me, I feel like I'm not hiring you. I'm not hiring you because if I give you a confidentiality agreement, you're going to breach it. You did with Netflix. Also, you recorded conversation with Tyler Perry. Asked Tyler Perry to put Medea on the phone. Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, all of that stuff. Now, I don't know if I want to work with you, Monique. Now, we want to give you a little show at Las Vegas. Is that still going on? Probably not because nobody's Corona. The comedians are struggling now because they're not going to shows. They're doing their own thing, down to the TV, down to the Instagram. You did all this stuff. And look, where's your career? And it's because of Sydney. I don't care. Whoopi Goldberg told you. She told you. It's your husband. Mary J. Blige, it's your husband. Wendy Williams, it's your husband. And now Nicki Minaj. Her husband is now her manager, and I know that it's because she needs him to travel with her, so she needs to employ him in order for him to travel with her. Why isn't being married enough? Isn't that a legal agreement? Why isn't being married enough for him to travel with her? What weight does being married hold that he can't travel with her unless she's hired him as her manager? She's a Sagittarius just like Monique. You that's your manager now? Now he's on the books as your manager. This nigga who's gonna have to be in the back house because he can't be around kids. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw Nicki Minaj in there, but I'm just saying. I'm talking about people letting they broke down ass kings be their managers. Bitch, you're already a queen. You don't need a motherfucking king. What the fuck is wrong with you? Queens reign supreme. They don't need no goddamn king. What the fuck? We need to know our place. I'm telling you, if a nigga ever tells you you need to know your place, the place, it should be miles away from his ass. And that's what it is. Okay. What's he looking at me? This park staff, he come every day, a white man. He come every day. I come here every day. That motherfucker don't speak to me. He just was looking at me as I was backing out. He don't speak. He don't say a word to me. He don't speak. He don't nod his head. He don't wave or nothing. You see me every day, you rude ass motherfucker. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.